be giving a speech about abortion. I ask that you hold all your questions to the end of the PowerPoint presentation. And we're ready to begin. My first question is, how do you feel about abortion? There are two choices when it comes to abortion. Either you are pro-life or either you are pro-choice. If you are pro-life, that means that you are against abortion. By any means, you don't feel that any reason is a good enough reason to have an abortion. You feel like it should be banned and it should be illegal. If you are pro-choice, you feel like the woman should have the right to make the decision if she wants to terminate her pregnancy or not. One of the fundamental tenets of the landmark Roe v. Wade decision, which legalized abortion, is that women's health must always be protected. Legal abortion saves women's lives and their health. Any regulation of abortion must recognize the full range of health risks faced by pregnant women, including physical and mental health. Attempts to ban all abortions without exceptions is a tactic to overturn Roe v. Wade. For those of you who are not familiar with Roe v. Wade, in 1969, Norma L. McCorvey from Texas was pregnant and wanted to have an abortion. At the time, Texas law banned abortion. It was illegal to have one. Her attorneys Linda Coffey and Sarah Waddington filed a suit in her name. She received the alias Jane Roe, which is the female version of Jane Doe. The suit was against a Texas district attorney, Henry Wade. This case made it all the way to the Supreme Court. At the time, Norma was pregnant during the trial. Of course, they ruled in her favor, but it was a little too late. She did have the child, but she later gave the baby up for adoption. In 2013, 664,435 legal induced abortions were reported to the CDC from 49 reporting areas. The abortion rate was 12.5 abortions per 1,000 women ages 15 to 44 years of age. And the abortion ratio was 200 abortions per 1,000 live births. Many government officials are pushing for laws to put in place to make abortion illegal. I do not feel that women should be forced into making a decision to keep a child. I feel like it should be their right to decide if they want to terminate the pregnancy or not. To make a truly informed decision about abortion, you need to know what it is. Abortion is defined as the deliberate termination of a human pregnancy, most often performed during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy. Many people feel that abortion is inhumane and considered to be murder, which I can consider to be a valid argument if abortion is not handled correctly and within the justifiable time frame. So I felt the need to upload this photo and show you what the embryo looks like of the fetus inside of a woman. So this shows the days leading up to if you wanted to get abortion to when you can't get an abortion. As you can see, it's blown up, but the actual size of the embryo is really the size of a single grain of rice. It has no filling. It has no eyes, no nose, no mouth, no anything. So it's not even considered scientifically to be a person. Most religions consider abortions to be a sin, a type of crime against nature. I chose the Catholic religion and the Muslim religion because both women are banned against the choice for abortion. There is no way out. If you get raped, you have to have your baby. An unwanted pregnancy can become harmful to the mother and to the unborn child. Let's take this and just think about this situation. When you don't like something or you don't want to deal with somebody, what do? You stay away from it. You end up putting the problem away. You don't want to deal with it. You can't do that with a child. You have to carry the child. You have to take your prenatal vitamins. Most women can't handle that type of stress, and they end up trying to harm themselves, end up trying to harm the baby. This picture shows a woman after she had took, she overdosed on pills trying to kill her unborn child, and this woman decided to drink bleach to try to get rid of her child. So I feel like if the embryo is small enough and it's within the time frame, you should be allowed to terminate your pregnancy. Why kill an innocent life? Let's imagine not having the choice. This is a picture of a 13-year-old girl. I want you to imagine that this girl has been molested and raped by her stepfather and is kicked out of her home and by her mother because she became pregnant. What do you think her best option is? Do you feel like she should carry the child to term and struggle for the rest of her life trying to take care of the child? Or do you feel like she should go to the hospital and have an abortion before she starts to show and live her life to the fullest? Becoming a mother at such an early age can cause the teenager to drop out of school to acquire a job to take care of her child, leaving her without an education and a sound foundation to provide a sustainable life for her and the child. Making such a tough decision at such an early age can cause anyone to become bitter. 4 out of 10 children are born to single mothers. Nearly 2/3 are born to mothers under the age of 30. 1/3 unwanted pregnancies to unmarried women in their 20s. About 60% end in birth, 26% end in abortion, and the rest in miscarriage. Today, 1 in 4 children under the age of 18, total of about 17.2 million, are being raised without a father, and almost half, at 40%, are living below the poverty line. Women are forced into minimum wage jobs to make ends meet for the child, causing them to need government assistance or to neglect the child's overall well-being. So ask yourself, what happens to the children that are raised by these mothers? The women, the young girls, often tend to seek attention from men that they shouldn't be seeking attention from. The young boys end up turning to the gang life and to the streets, and they all end ultimately in the same way, behind bars. I truly feel that stereotypes go along with abortions cause women to feel that they have no choice, that they must turn to illegal abortion as the way to take care of unwanted pregnancies. This is a picture of Planned Parenthood. This is where most women go to get abortions. These are protesters. If you notice, there are no police officers stopping them in the line. They're standing in front of the doorway, blocking people from going in. So what do you think happens when somebody pulls up and they have an appointment to get their abortion? They end up turning away, right? And what's the next step? Illegal abortion. Each year, about 40 million women with unintended pregnancies choose abortion. Half of these are unsafe. 20,068,000 die of unsafe abortions, which is the leading cause of maternal mortality rate. Out of the women that survive the abortions, 5 million will suffer from long-term health complications. Some will never be able to conceive a child ever again. Instead of embracing these women who feel they have no choice, people end up judging them, causing them to have to make the decision that are no longer rational. I've often heard the phrase, desperate people do desperate things. Not having the right to choose will cause women to find other outlets, whether they are safe or not. Everyone should have the right to make a decision when it comes to their overall health. Don't take that right from them. Although abortion may be looked down upon, many women should still have the right to choose whether they want the procedure done. How can we deny the person the right to choose what is best for them? No one knows anyone's situation. Therefore, we cannot know what another person can handle or tolerate. Not everyone is dealt a fair hand in life, meaning every circumstance is different. Therefore, every situation should be handled according to the need and desire of the person. To deny someone the right to make a decision that can ultimately change and damage another human life could also be considered inhumane as well. No child deserves to be brought into a situation where they are not going to be loved and raised to the best of a person's ability. No one should endure hatred and mistreatment. Don't bring a life into this world until you're ready. But sometimes accidents do happen. That's why pencils have erasers. So don't take away someone's ability to make a choice beneficial for everyone that's involved.
How long was that? How many minutes? What about our questions?
Do y'all have any questions for me?
What was that picture again about somebody's having an abortion while they were accident and they took half our bones out?
Well, illegal abortions, the picture about
They
the,
really don't know what they're doing there.
yes, illegal abortions. That's what I was saying. When women go to Planned Parenthood and people are in front of there protesting, a lot of women get scared, so they choose other outlets. So they go to the black market and try to find someone to perform an abortion. So when they went inside this woman and started extracting the baby, they cut into her bowels, causing her intestines to fall out. And that does happen a lot. Sometimes women become septic because the things that they use to go inside the woman is not clean.
Sterilized.
And anybody that knows that what septic is, it's like dirty blood. Like, so you be really sick and at the verge. You're pretty much on death's door if you don't get to the hospital on time. So, thank you guys for coming.